Callan with Diode. Today we're going to show you how to install our ditch light bracket kit with our SS3 LED Pods on this 2019 Ford Ranger. Let's get started. To start off, we're going to go ahead and pop our hood and grab some masking tape. We're going to be taping off around the edges of the hood hinge to make sure we keep our factory alignment. As an added layer of precaution, we're also going to go ahead and tape the back of the hood and the edges of the hood just to make sure nothing gets scratched during the installation. Before we back off the nuts on the hood hinge, we need to remove the washer fluid line that's being held onto the hood hinge using a plastic trim removal tool. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and grab our bracket. Now it's important to note that the platform on top of the bracket will be facing the outside of the vehicle during the installation. Go ahead and set that somewhere close and grab yourselves a 13mm socket so that we can remove those two nuts that hold the hood onto the hood hinge. While loosening the nuts, we're going to want to brace the hood so that it doesn't slide around. Now we're not going to be taking the nuts off all the way, we're just going to be loosening them enough to slide the bracket between the hood hinge and the nuts. We can now fish our bracket underneath of the hood and slide the bracket cutouts over the bolts and loosely tighten down those nuts so that we can still make adjustments. Now we can make our alignments. You can go ahead and push the bracket in all the way, making sure there's an even gap between the back of the hood and the brackets. When that all looks good to you, you can go ahead and tighten down those nuts, making sure the hood hinge hasn't moved away from our original tape marks. Now it's time to address our washer fluid line. Now we've designed this bracket with a slot to where you can relocate the line directly to the bracket using a zip tie. You might be able to get away with using the factory location, it may just be a little too tight. Now that we have our ditch light bracket installed, we can go ahead and grab our universal SS3 bracket and we're going to bolt it to the top of the ditch light bracket. To do this, we're going to set our universal bracket on top of our ditch light bracket and then drop in our supplied bolt from the top, and then from the bottom we're going to put on our lock washer, our washer, and then loosely tighten on our nut to save room for adjustment. Now we can take both of our supplied nuts and drop them into the back of the SS3 with the nylon lock ring facing the inside. Now we can attach our SS3s to our universal bracket using our supplied bolts and washer, being careful to make sure our nuts don't fall out the back of the SS3. It's important to leave these only hand tight so we can save room for adjustment later. Your next step is going to be to hook up your wiring. Now we're not going to show you how to do this just because it'll differ between how people want to route their wires. Just know you'll need a 12-volt power source, a ground, and a place to put your switch. You can then plug your Deutsch connector into the back of your SS3 and then adjust the pod to where you want the light to be aimed. Once you're happy with where the light is aimed, you can go ahead and tighten down that 13mm nut on the bottom and tighten down the two 5/32 Allen bolts that are on either side of the SS3. Our last step is to remove all of our masking tape and then repeat the same steps we used to install this side on the other side. Now that we have our SS3 ditch light bracket kit installed, not only does it give you a custom off-road look, but it'll also give you a significant increase in added light on or off the road. If you're looking to pick up an SS3 bracket kit for your Ranger or any of our other products, visit our website at diodedynamics.com or use our dealer locator tool to find a dealer near you. Thanks for watching.